I think it's great. For one thing, it's at the course that we will play the Big 12 later in April. So we'll have about 3 of our players that have never seen the course before. So I think any chance to get on that and let them see it in advance will be great. And just, starting out close to home is good. We're just going to miss one day of class. So it'll be easy travel. So it should be a fun weekend.
From your perspective, how have you seen Sophia kind of grow? I know she obviously had that year off a little bit, so obviously she had some things to kind of, maybe relearn. How have you seen her get that much better?
Sophia's been amazing. She was a good player coming in, but just watching her over the last couple years, I think even through last year when she was All-American, I wasn't sure, how much better she could really get. Her scoring average was under par, but through the fall season, she actually lowered her scoring average through 5 tournaments, which is really impressive. But she just continues to get better at everything, really. Putting is probably where I've seen the most improvement from her injury. I think it was because she was so limited to what she could do for a long amount of time that she just really focused on it and continues to get better.
In terms of lowering the scoring, is that just a matter of knowing the course better? Is it maybe hitting a ball farther, maybe putting better? How have you kind of seen that get 1 or 2 strokes off for her?
I think it's a lot of things. For Sophia, it's probably just more experience, and not only experience, but experience playing well, playing at a high level. I think in the past, leading up to her winning 4 different times, maybe the last round kind of got away from her, but now that she knows how to deal with that and expectations, she's just done a much better job of all the details and cleaning up some rounds to keep those scores low.
As a coach, when you see all she's accomplished already, do you kind of have to rub your eyes and pinch yourself when you remember, oh wait, she's a junior, you still have her for 2 more years?
Yeah, we couldn't be more excited to know she'll be here for another year and a half. She's going to walk out of here the best player that's ever played at Tech. But I think what's great about her, she's a great example for the rest of our team. She works so hard. She's school number 1, golf number 2, and it doesn't ever seem to change. But as much as she has accomplished, she knows that there's a lot more that she wants to get done.
For you, kind of, how do you, as you go team to team, year by year, do the goals change? Are they, for the most part, the same? How does that go based on maybe what your roster looks like?
Say that one more time, sorry.
When you go year by year, season by season, maybe if the roster changes or doesn't change, do the goals differ, or is it kind of just all on a similar plane, at least team-wise?
I think our goal is always to be the best prepared that we can be and play the best that we can. It does differ, I think, from team to team. I think this year's team just has so much talent. We've got some players that have played for their countries and played in some international events all across the world. It's just a different group in that they are so strong. I think from tee to green, they could compete against anybody in the country. So our focus is trying to eliminate the mistakes and get 4 out of the 5 playing the best we can every day and for 3 straight rounds.
Talk about getting that experience other places that maybe aren't within your team's schedule. When girls are able to do that, what's the biggest thing you notice they come back with from those other opportunities?
I think it's just the experience. When you can go out and represent your country and play all across the world and you come to a college golf tournament, there's just something there. There's a little bit more confidence and belief in themselves, I think, that they can compete with other college players, knowing that they've done it all summer and for quite a few years with their country.
Outside of Sophia, who had the best fall, would you say?
Sophia did, yes.
Outside of her, though, beyond her.
Oh, outside of Sophia. Actually, I would say Amy Taylor was our next player, And Amy, you know, the year before was battling it out with a couple other teammates just to make the traveling squad. So Amy went home and had a great summer. She played in the English AM, European ladies. So she played at a high level and came back and really helped us quite a bit. I think if you look at the stats, Amy actually had more rounds in the 60s than Sophia did in the fall.
To be honest, I was there last year to this point. I had a really good fall in the sophomore year, which was the comeback from a surgery that I have. So I was in a break, 2-month break, thinking about what spring was going to be like and hoping to be as good as the fall. So I think I kind of have an experience with that. Going back in that, hopefully just trust my game. I'm doing some changes. I'm hoping the changes add to my game, and obviously once the tournaments start rolling, just keep the momentum going.
Kind of after the surgery, I guess, what were some things you weren't able to do and now that you're able to kind of get better at now?
I mean, it was definitely a big break. Aside from golf, I grew up a lot as a person. I understand myself a lot more because I obviously spent so much time in golf, and once I was out of that, I got some time for myself. And then obviously it was a bit recovery, 6 months off golf, so working really hard to get back in my game, improving parts that like my putting and my chipping that were the first things that I was allowed to do. So I think that improved my game a lot. So I think that's what I could do now that I didn't do before.
You said you're making some changes or a moment ago, or
Yeah.
any swing changes at all?
I'm doing a bit of a change in every part of my game. I'm trying to, I'm really talented with my hands, but that depends on with what mood I wake up. So I'm trying to be more consistent with my game and be more stable, which is what I'm looking for in the long run.
Well, was that something that you thought of or coach thought of, or?
I have a change of coaches. My personal coach, I changed it, and we're working with new staff since December. So that's why we made the change, kind of look through my game and try to add more stuff, and hopefully the sooner the better we'll start seeing the positive stuff.
What's the biggest thing, maybe, apologies if you kind of touched on this a little bit, the biggest thing you took away from some of those individual opportunities that you got over the past year, things you took away from that experience?
I mean, playing Protect, there's a team thing going on, obviously, but over the last year, the fall season and the previous season, I have some few tournaments where I went really low in my rounds. So I think that kind of builds my confidence and who am I as a player. And I got to play the Arnold Palmer, which I play with people that are same level, but it's better level than me, and be able to play within and understand that I actually in that level as well. I think that's that makes me step up in tournaments differently and have better confidence in my game and rely a lot on where I work every day.
What was your reaction when you got the invitation to participate in the amateur contest?
Well, that's the thing though. A lot of people were expecting it because we kind of have an idea of what the rules were. And obviously every week I was looking at the world ranking amateur. So everyone was just taking it for granted, kind of. They were just expecting it. So I was more worried about the fact that I needed it to come because everyone was talking about it. But definitely, I mean, last year for me, I missed it for a few weeks on the ranking. So it was something that I was working on, and I was really happy when I finally got the official invitation.
You are a senior this year, right?
I am a junior, actually.
Oh, junior, okay. So you still have some more time.
I actually, because I redshirt one of the years, so I should be a senior, but I'm really a junior working on my master's now.
Oh, working on your master's. What'd you get your bachelor's degree in?
I'm doing an MBA.
An
I did my
MBA?
bachelor's in international economics.
Let's see. So you have plenty of time to work on it too with being a junior this year, then you have a time to get a lot more.
Yeah. So
Schoolwork,
I have
isn't it?
eligibility for this year and the next year, so I have time to work on the MBA.
What do you want to be beyond golf? I mean, whenever golf is over, you want to, how do you want to use that degree?
I haven't really put much thought into it because it looks like it's so far away. I'm not sure if golf doesn't work out, whether I want to stay in the U.S. or I want to go back home. But if I do go back home, I would love to work for the government.
For the government, so.
Mhm.
Did you get to go back home over the holidays?
Yes, I did. I got to go almost about 5 weeks, so that was nice.
And it's summer in the southern hemisphere, right? So it's
Yeah,
warm down
so I came from over 100 degrees to a straight 32, so that was nice.
there. So did you play some golf then when you were back home?
Yeah, I did get to play some golf. I played a tournament, and my brothers play golf too, so we basically practice together every day. So that was really quality time with my family.